to set up your audio, here's like actually what you need to know just right off the hop. It's not a free solution, but it's very cheap. It's going to cost you about $5. And depending on your needs, this might be free for you. But in my case, and I'll show you why I do it the way I do it, it's going to cost you about $5 in software to make all this work. For me, what I want is I want to go into my stream and I want to be able to hear everything one way. I want chat to be able to hear everything another way. So how do you separate all that? So that's what we're going to talk about today. This is how we do it. We use a program that's called VB audio cables. Now there's a free one, and then there's one that's it's called audio cables A+B. So you want those two things, the free audio cable and then the A+B pack, which is going to cost you $5, is going to give you 3 virtual audio cables. Now what are virtual audio cables? What they do is they take your sound from one program and they can feed it into another program. So normally the way we have everything set up is like all your programs, they'll just send all the sound straight to your headphones. When you go into OBS and you pull in your desktop audio, you hear the game, but you also hear your music and you hear your Discord chat, and it's all coming in one place. What these audio cables let you do is separate that. We got some growing pains here. I've never really done this. I've never really like made a tutorial like this, so let me know how I'm doing. I kind of want someone in the chat here to go like, this fucking sucks. This is never gonna help me. This is the way that I figured out like how I'm actually gonna do it. So I just made a little chart here. I mean, you don't have to do this in Excel or I mean, you could, but I wrote down a list of my sound. So we went like this. We've got my mic volume. We've got the game audio. Now, do I need to hear my own mic? No, I don't need to hear my own mic. Do I need to hear the game? Yes. All right. And then for the VOD mix, it's like, yeah, of course you need the mic, you need the game, you need Discord, you don't need the music, and you don't need the alerts. So this is where things start to change up. Now, also, I want these 3 things to be separated. So when I go and edit the video later, I want to be able to mute or isolate the game sound. I want to be able to mute the Discord chat, like if someone's swearing or screaming or whatever. I want to be able to cut that out. I don't want it to ruin my clip, right? So these all need to be separate. We're going to get these virtual audio cables. I guess I'll show you that. Maybe a script would have been better, hey? Maybe a script would have been better. All right, so these are the virtual audio cables. This is on vbaudio.com. These are the people who do like the voice meter banana. And so they do these audio cables. You can download one for free. And then if you need more, you can buy the A and B pack. If you need more than 3 total channels, you can also buy the C and D pack. Now I'm going to fast forward to you're sitting with the drivers downloaded. Find cable setup x64. If you're running Windows 10, this is what you want to do. They also have Mac versions of all this. You're going to have to figure out the installation of that on your own. It should be pretty straightforward. So now you're sitting here, you got everything installed, everything's ready to go. You just got to start hooking it up. So you're sitting in here, you're looking at your OBS, audio mixer's blank, and now you got to start adding some things in. You're going to want to go into audio. You're going to want to leave desktop audio and desktop audio 2 disabled. Your microphone, you're going to want to choose whatever your microphone device is. And then here's where you're going to put in your cable. So we're going to go cable A, cable B, and then the free cable doesn't actually have a letter, but that's what I'm referring to as cable C. And then monitoring device, you're going to want to set that to whatever your headphones are, or your speakers are. My stuff's already set up. So you can see here, this aux 4's already got sound coming in. My microphone's already got sound coming in. At this point, the only channel you should be seeing any kind of audio coming through for is the microphone. None of the virtual audio cables should be making any kind of noise at this point. Now we're going to go and start renaming these. So you could leave this first one alone. It's pretty straightforward. Mic/auxiliary. I'm going to call it microphone audio. This is exactly how I have it set up for my stream here. The second one, we're going to go ahead and rename it. We're going to call it game audio, Discord audio. And the fourth one, music audio. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start hooking things up. We're going to tell our system here what audio to send to the game channel, what audio to send to the Discord channel, and what audio to send to the music channel. I'm going to show you how we set that up. Now, a lot of people don't know this, and I didn't know this for a long time, but built right into Windows in the sound settings here is this advanced sound options. And what it is a mixer where you can go through and you can actually, per program that you have open, you can tell it where you want the sound output to go. So this is really the core of the whole thing. Like, for example, right now we have the soundtrack by Twitch beta is running, and that's what's playing all the music. I have that set to our cable input, which is cable input C, just like I had set up in our little spreadsheet here. So if you opened a game, like you open Overwatch or something, and Overwatch pops up, you would just go into Overwatch and take the output and you'd set it to output A. If you have Discord, we can actually do this one directly built in, and you'll want to do it this way for anything that you can. We can set the output device directly to cable B. You're going to want to go and route all that yourself. It's going to be kind of unique to your own needs, but this is generally how you do it. If you look at your OBS, you'll see all the audio, everything's coming out in the separate channels, but you can't hear any of it. So there's one more step that we have to do. We're going to go into our sound settings, and in the top corner here, there's something called sound control panel. So you want to give that a click, and you want to go to the recording tab. And when you scroll down, you'll see your virtual cables are in here as essentially like microphones, little virtual microphones. You want to click on each of them, go into properties. You want to click on the listen tab, and you want to make sure listen to this device is checked, and you want to select your headphones or speakers, whatever it is that you want to actually hear the audio from. You want to make sure that's selected. Once you do that to all three, you'll be able to actually hear everything that's going through each of these outputs. You'll hear them all in your headphones like normal, but they'll all be separated in OBS. So this is kind of a basic setup. And now we're going to get into how we set this up for recording and how we designate what Twitch hears versus what you hear versus what your VOD recording is going to hear. So if we right click in this audio mixer panel and we go to advanced audio properties and we expand this here, you'll see this section called tracks. Now, what I like to do is I like to just uncheck all of these except for number 6. And then microphone audio, I like to have checked on 1. Game audio, I like to have on number 2. Discord audio, I like to have on number 3. And music audio, I like to have on number 4. You could really do this any way you want, but the most important thing is that each one gets its own track. And you'll notice that track number 5 here is blank. And I don't personally use this, but I'm going to tell you why you might want to use this and what it's good for. But this is how we're going to have everything set up. Now, in a nutshell, what's going to be happening here is when we go to record, we're going to tell OBS to record all of these audio tracks. And so when we set it up this way, audio track 1 will only have the microphone audio. Track 2 will only have the game audio, so on and so forth. And on the 6th track here, that is what our live stream is going to hear. So everything on channel 6 is what's going out to Twitch. This is, you can think of it as like what chat hears. Now we want to go into settings, and when you start setting up your recording, you want to make sure that you have advanced checked. So you go settings, output, advanced. This is everything we're talking about here, by the way, is going to work for both OBS and Streamlabs OBS. Things might just look slightly different, but all of these features are in both. So you want to go output, advanced, click on recording. You'll see here audio track. Now, I have it set to record all 6 audio tracks. So when we record a clip, when I actually hit the start recording button in OBS, it's going to take all 6 tracks and they're all going to be separate. So when we drop that clip into our editing software, it'll come in like one video, it'll come in with 6 audio tracks. And it's perfect because the first one's our mic, the second one's the game, you get the point. So that's going to cover recording. And then when we're talking about streaming, you'll notice you have the same options here. Now, this is what's really interesting. Twitch has what's called the like a Twitch Vod Track, which is separate from what the live stream hears. And if you want, for example, maybe all stream, you want music to be playing. Maybe, and you're not supposed to do this, but maybe you're playing music on Spotify, or maybe you're playing off something like this Twitch soundtrack beta, like what I'm doing. Maybe you want that live, but you don't want that on the VOD that's going to stay on Twitch. So what I would do in this case is I would make sure that I have Vod Track checked, and I would set this to number 5 instead of 6. We're going to go ahead and hit apply. And then when we go back in the audio mixer here, right click, advanced audio properties, expand this a bit. Anything that we check off for track 5 is what will be in the VOD. So do we want Discord audio? Yeah, probably. We want the game audio. We want our microphone audio? Yeah. Music? No. So you can see here number 6 has it. Number 4 has it. So our recording on our end will have the music audio. Twitch will hear the music audio, but the VOD that stays behind will not have the music, but will have all other sounds. And that about covers it. Now I'll show you what it kind of looks like when you drop a clip in Premiere. So we're going to go ahead and open our editing software. Okay, we got a clip here. This is some test footage I recorded last night to make sure all this is working. Now, you'll see when I drop this in, it's going to come in with all the 6 tracks that we wanted here. Alrighty, that's it for this one. I'm Xander1125. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. See you next time.